Stop the emotional roller coaster. How to recognize and diffuse emotional baiting. Are you tired of feeling like your emotions are being played like a fiddle? Do you constantly find yourself reacting to situations in ways you later regret? You might be a target of emotional baiting. Let's dive into how to spot and stop this manipulative tactic so you can reclaim your emotional well-being and build healthier relationships. Emotional baiting is a sneaky tactic where someone intentionally tries to provoke a strong emotional reaction from you. Think of it as setting a trap with emotional triggers as the bait. The goal? To gain control, distract you, or manipulate you into doing what they want. It's not always obvious. It can manifest as a snide remark disguised as a joke, a guilt trip wrapped in concern, or a passive-aggressive comment designed to sting. The common thread is the intent to elicit a specific emotional response, like anger, fear, or guilt. While emotional baiting is often associated with narcissistic behavior, it's important to remember that anyone can use it. It's a tool employed by people seeking power, attention, or a way to avoid taking responsibility for their own actions. There are several underlying reasons why someone might engage in emotional baiting. Understanding these motivations can help you recognize the behavior and respond effectively. Narcissistic tendencies. Individuals with narcissistic traits often use emotional baiting to maintain control and feed their need for attention and admiration. They thrive on the drama and the feeling of superiority that comes from manipulating others' emotions. Avoidance and deflection. Emotional baiting can be a convenient way to shift the focus away from their own mistakes or flaws. By provoking an emotional reaction in you, they can deflect blame and avoid accountability. Power and control. Some people use emotional baiting to exert power and control over others. By making you react predictably, they can keep you off balance and maintain the upper hand in the relationship. Insecurity. Ironically, emotional baiting can stem from deep-seated insecurity. By making others feel unstable or inferior, the baiter temporarily boosts their own fragile ego. Conflict seeking. For some individuals, creating drama and emotional chaos is a form of entertainment. They thrive on the excitement and attention that comes from stirring up conflict. Being the target of emotional baiting can have a significant impact on your emotional and physical well-being. It's crucial to recognize these effects so you can take steps to protect yourself. Emotional distress and confusion. Emotional baiting can leave you feeling emotionally drained, confused, and unsure of yourself. The constant manipulation can erode your sense of reality and make it difficult to trust your own judgment. Self-doubt and decreased confidence. When someone constantly chow-shin your emotions, it can lead to self-doubt and a decrease in confidence. You may start to question your own worth and abilities, making you more vulnerable to further manipulation. Strained relationships. Emotional baiting can damage your relationships with the baiter and with others. The constant conflict and emotional turmoil can create distance and resentment, making it difficult to maintain healthy connections. Chronic stress and physical health. The chronic stress caused by emotional baiting can have a negative impact on your physical health. It can lead to adrenaline surges, high blood pressure, reduced reasoning abilities, and other stress-related ailments. Recognizing the different forms of emotional baiting is essential for protecting yourself. Here are some common types to watch out for. Scaremongering. This involves using threats, real or imagined, to provoke fear and anxiety. The baiter might exaggerate potential dangers or create a sense of urgency to manipulate you into compliance. Intrigue. This tactic involves dropping vague hints or allusions to trigger curiosity and anxiety. The baiter might withhold information or create a sense of mystery to keep you hooked and emotionally invested. False accusations. This involves falsely accusing you of wrongdoing to provoke a defensive reaction. The baiter might twist your words, misinterpret your actions, or fabricate events to make you appear guilty. Guilt tripping. This involves blaming you for their problems or making you feel responsible for their happiness. The baiter might use emotional blackmail or play the victim to elicit sympathy and manipulate you into doing what they want. False hope. This involves making promises they don't intend to keep or offering false assurances to keep you engaged. The baiter might dangle the prospect of a reward or a positive outcome to manipulate you into staying in the relationship. Stonewalling. This involves withholding communication or refusing to engage in meaningful dialogue. The baiter might use silence, avoidance, or passive-aggressive behavior to punish you and control the situation. Triggering sensitive topics. This involves deliberately bringing up pain points or sensitive topics to provoke an emotional reaction. The baiter might exploit your vulnerabilities or use your past traumas against you to manipulate you. Now that you know what emotional baiting is and how it manifests, let's talk about how to respond effectively. The key is to stay calm, set boundaries, and protect your emotional well-being. Stay calm. Emotional baiting thrives on your reaction. The more emotional you become, the more power the baiter has. Take a deep breath, center yourself, and resist the urge to react impulsively. Set clear boundaries. Let the baiter know what behavior is unacceptable. Clearly communicate your boundaries and enforce them consistently. This might involve saying, "I'm not going to discuss this with you if you're going to speak to me that way," or "I need you to respect my boundaries and stop making those kinds of comments." Seek support. Talk to friends, a therapist, or a mentor about what you're experiencing. Having a support system can provide you with validation, perspective, and coping strategies. Practice empathy without excusing the behavior. While it's important to recognize that the baiter's behavior is unacceptable, try to understand the underlying reasons for their actions. This doesn't excuse their behavior, but it can help you detach emotionally and respond more effectively. Disengage if necessary. You are not obligated to stay in manipulative dynamics. If the emotional baiting continues despite your efforts to set boundaries, it may be necessary to disengage from the relationship altogether. This might involve limiting contact, ending the relationship, or seeking legal protection. Emotional baiting is a manipulative tactic that can have a devastating impact on your emotional well-being. By recognizing the signs, understanding the motivations behind it, and learning how to respond effectively, you can take back control and protect your peace. Remember, manipulation loses its power when you refuse to react. Ready to break free from the cycle of emotional manipulation? Take the first step towards a healthier, happier you. Share this video with someone who might need it. Leave a comment below sharing your experiences with emotional baiting and how you've coped. Subscribe to our channel for more tips on building healthy relationships and protecting your emotional well-being. Consider seeking professional help from a therapist or counselor to develop personalized strategies for dealing with emotional manipulation. Don't let emotional baiting control your life. You deserve to be happy, healthy, and free from manipulation.